Best colorway of the shoe so far? Well, with only 2 releases, at least at this point, it's kind of hard to say, but one of my favorites for sure. These are awesome. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name's Chris. Welcome back to the official WearTesters.com YouTube channel. Today, we got a detailed look and review on these bad boys right here. This is the Adidas Anthony Edwards 2. The colorway itself is being dubbed Blue Fusion or Blue Burst, or what I like to call classic Timberwolves. Like this, that's what these are. Like this should just be called Home or whatever. But I think that these are an amazing shoe on court. I personally love them over the originals. And on top of that, I grabbed these from an overseas trip. Actually, we just got back from Taiwan, and these came from there. Stay tuned for content on all of that stuff. I did a vlog, I did a couple of other videos, so hopefully you guys like it. But this particular pair came in a different box than the original one. So like this is the, I don't know what they're called, the pink ones? What were they called? Something Love with Love? This is the box that I got with those, and the box is a little bit different with the blue pair. So not only did they come with this sleeve, I don't know if my sleeve on the original ones are just missing, but like I said, I didn't get a sleeve on there. But on top of that, the boxes are a little bit different. You can see that that salmon color is not there, it's black instead. But when you open it up, it does have the other colors and everything. It says believe that still and everything like that. As for the shoes, first off, they're just simply beautiful. I think that these are just a great looking overall sneaker. They're kind of jarring, they're really weird, semi-awkward, and they get a strong reaction, whether that be a good one or a negative one, which I believe is a good sign in terms of overall signature status. If you're not getting some sort of reaction, then the designer didn't do their job. Now, I have played in these already. I will say that they do feel a little bit different than the other color, not in a bad way, just in a way where I'm like, I kind of miss the already broken in feeling that I already put in all the work on the original colorway. This one I got to kind of do it all over again, which is a bummer, but the traction is still awesome. It is translucent, semi-aged, I guess you can call it. If we're talking about Nike products, this would be considered sale. On this particular product, it's just kind of like not full translucent. It's got like a milky look to it. I really like it. I think that it's clean. And as you can see from the B-roll, they are a little bit dirty. There's definitely some dust there, and they just work. You know what I mean? Like, I have zero complaints with these outside of potential durability issues. You can see the bright green X torsion plate right in there. That thing works well. It doesn't restrict forefoot motion in a way that like really cramps or aches my legs. So I really like that. And then when we move on up, the colorway is just, honestly, I haven't seen a truly bad looking colorway yet. There's this upcoming colorway called the Year of the Horse, and I mean, this might be one of those shoes that I end up with multiple pairs of. They're that good. Dude. Now, as far as the tech is concerned, just in case you missed our previous videos, we do still have full-length boost, but it just is a little bit thinner than the original version. It's not quite as boosty either. Like, even with my other pair being fully broken in, they're just not super boosty or anything. You're still getting impact protection. It's just not in a way that you actually can feel the boost sensation underfoot. Do I think that that's a bad thing? For me personally, it doesn't matter. I get buckets of these, so I'm cool with that. For other people, that depends. Obviously, it's going to be coming from your perspective, so you can leave that down below in the comment section. That's what it's for. But either way, the Boost midsole is still there. It is a thinner slab, not quite as boosty, but boost nonetheless. The insole is still laughable. It's this piece of shit right here, so if you wanted to take this out and swap it out for anything else that you'd like, do it. I will say the materials haven't changed. This is something that I was kind of surprised with. It doesn't look like they're going to be changing much with each colorway, but that could obviously change depending on how far this line goes. If we're comparing it to the first version, the AE1s, I mean, how many pairs of those did they release? However, none of them changed the materials. So all the materials were the same, every colorway, same materials, very consistent, very unlike Adidas. So I like that. And that seems to be the case with this particular colorway. We still got the same mesh build. We still have the same kind of like TPU or rubbery looking overlays. The vented slats are still accented in bold colors. And then the really cool carryover feature from the original shoe is the reflective toe. I will say one of the positive things to this particular colorway, I don't know if it's an accident. I don't know if the first colorway was an accident, but I had noted that those laces on that original pair were just way too long. Even, you know, trying to double knot and all that stuff, they were just super long. This particular pair, I didn't have that issue with the laces, so I don't know if that's going to be an ongoing thing or if it's going to be an inconsistency within the line. I'm not sure. They did come with additional laces though, so I just like that. I think that that's really awesome. They do still have the exterior fake carbon fiber on there on the heel. It doesn't bother me too much anymore. I'm just kind of like used to it at this point, but I don't love that it's there. I do wish that it was real carbon fiber or just simply just a solid piece. In terms of fit, they still fit true to size, so whatever you typically wear, that's exactly what I would order. Whatever you wore in the original Anthony Edwards shoe, again, I would order that same exact size. The line seems to be consistent from that standpoint. And with all of that being said, what is today's viewer submitted question of the day?
Which model do you think has the most natural foot design? Like, I used to bash Crocs because they're ugly, but after trying them and letting my toes be free, I'm looking for a basketball shoe that does the same.
Okay, well, first off, the Croc thing is funny because they're almost like barefoot. You know what I mean? They have this weird upward slope to the shoe that is not like traditional barefoot or whatever. A barefoot shoe should be like a zero drop typically. The only shoe that I know of that's a basketball shoe that does that is the Zero shoe. We did a review on them. It's called the X1. It's their first barefoot basketball shoe. I believe it's the second barefoot basketball shoe on the market. The first one was from Mr. Fomer Simpson, and I'm forgetting the name of his line, unfortunately, but that was the first one. The second one has been the Zero X1. I've only tried the Zero X1. Yeah, I think that they're a really good shoe. They do all of the stuff that you're talking about with the toe splay and being foot shaped and everything like that. It's not something that, like, if you're not used to it, like, be careful. I do note all of that stuff in the video, so if you haven't checked it out yet, go ahead and go support the content and everything. We really appreciate it. But yeah, that's the only shoe that I know of, at least so far. There is one shoe that's from a Chinese brand that I do have that's back here buried under stuff. Hopefully I can dig them out and do a video on those eventually, but it's like a Kobe shoe mixed with kind of like a barefoot, like wide like feel, you know what I mean? So like, and for those of you guys wondering why I haven't made a video on stuff like that already, basically it's just really hard to make content at the moment. Like, nobody's checking out really anything. I can't make a video on something that I know is gonna tank in views, even though everything feels like it's kind of tanking at the moment. So if you wanted to help us out, support every video, we really appreciate it. And with that, we'd be able to make more content around it.
The power is yours.
But either way, the Zero X1 and then whatever the Fomer, I can't remember the name of the shoe. I guess it doesn't matter, but anyways.
The one that you've personally tried.
Yeah, the one that I've personally tried that I can actually give you my experience on is the Zero X1. That's the main thing. But yeah, with that being said, I figured that this might be a fun video just to check out a new colorway, see how they felt on court. They felt exactly the same, minus the break-in process, obviously. Like, these ones are just not as broken in as my other ones. But otherwise, it's just another fun color on another fun shoe, and hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Sound off below and let us know what you think about the Anthony Edwards 2 down below in the comment section. Did you grab a pair? If you have, what do you think about them? Do you feel the same as me, where it feels like an evolution versus an upgrade? Did you end up liking the shoe on court? If you have played in both, which one do you prefer, the 1 or the 2?
A little 1, a 2, a 1, 2.
Sound off below, let us know. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for supporting. We greatly appreciate it. We'll catch you guys in the next one. So until then, you guys have a good one.